You're like,
Two gay people in a row?
Yeah.
That's him. He hates two gay people in a row.
I just doesn't make sense to me. I go like we'll be at a club and it'll be like Colton then me, and I'm like, why?
Yeah,
They just got 12 minutes of gay. You're gonna give them 12 more of gay?
sure, but gay is funny. Black is funny. Like
Yeah.
those are perspectives that are always just going to be like. Those are people who are inherently funnier for the most part.
I can't tell if you mean it or you're just pandering to the gay population.
No,
That's
no. I
happening
mean, like,
right
I
now.
can't. If gay guys are just gonna get a bigger laugh.
Yeah.
You're a man who talks like a woman. That's hilarious. I'm not pandering. I'm shitting on you.
Why you talk like that?
So, this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad.
To drag out horror.
No. Okay, see, whenever I see people with the Apple Watch, which I actually do think is a sign of being a homosexual, I've never seen a straight man with an Apple Watch where I go like, oh yeah, well he's clearly straight. I think they're so.
Literally me, right here.
I did look.
Currently wearing the Apple Watch.
Yeah,
I don't want to quote your mom, but we think
you're
you're
a
gay.
faggot.
I have a child. I don't know how to prove I'm more straight.
I know a
than-
lot of
than
guys with
giving.
kids.
I don't know if this is true, but Lindsey Graham has 4 children.
I don't think that's true.
How many children do you think Lindsey Graham has?
He's never been married, right?
What?
Is he married?
No,
think
he's
he's
not.
married.
No, he's not married.
Yeah, I thought he was one of those one of those things in the South you just don't talk about. Why Uncle Lindsay never had a wife?
Uncle
But has-
Lindsey.
He's never been married, no children.
Yeah.
That's pretty gay.
Yeah,
Well,
everyone
yeah,
thinks
no.
he's gay.
No, everybody
really?
knows he's
Everyone
gay.
knows he's gay.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
Even Marjorie Taylor Greene was clapping at him in Congress. Be like, okay, Lindsay. It was great.
but he's a war hawk, which is kind of funny because it's like I'm gay, but I love war.
Listen,
No, I get that.
gay dudes will do a lot of stuff for their father's love.
You want to
Yeah.
know how many hours I've wasted on Rome Total War? And there's a lot.
So
What
hours.
is Rome Total War?
It's a computer game.
Oh, yeah. The only part of war I'd like is the thought of like being in really good shape and then like kissing boys behind the barracks. I think that'd be so fun
Yeah,
to like.
just, you're like, your helmet's in the way.
Yeah, and like we like really fall in love, but then he like goes back and he like marries the woman I always knew he was gonna marry, and then he just gets sad really quick.
So are you just a war buddy in his mind, or are you?
Yeah,
still...
but like obviously we were way more than that. I love
just
that.
imagine him getting shot, and you're like, don't
Oh
leave
yeah,
me. He's
It'd
like,
be so good if he died.
Well, that is the thing. If you're DL, you should hook up with people at war, because then if you die and you have a bunch of dudes crying at your funeral, you could be like, listen,
Yeah.
they were war buddies. You
Yeah.
can't judge anyone for that.
Nothing
That's
suspicious
true.
about that.
But if you're just like golf buddies and you're hysterical crying at the funeral,
You
they're
know what my
like,
favorite videos on
didn't
the
Will
internet are?
Smith?
we weren't just
are
putt.
guys getting into fights on the golf course.
Ooh.
It's really niche, but it's all over my For You pages where like men are like, and for some reason, a guy, you know what I love about men?
Yeah,
Straight men, they take their shirts off when they fight. The one guy always rips it off and then like they start punching each other in the face. And I'm like, what's that about?
Hey, our
that
algorithms have done this. Let me just say something to you to let you know I know. Play through.
I don't know
They
what
always
that
are
means.
yelling play through.
Funny.
That means they want you to keep moving over.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just play through. I'm not fucking playing through.
I love when the guys start, and it's always old men too, like old men with like ripped bodies. You're like, whoa.
Every
Like
time I
RFK
go to
types.
Yeah.
Yeah.
every time I go to Fort Lauderdale, I get in a screaming match with an old man.
Really?
Every single time.
I hate that place.
Yeah, it's awful.
Of course.
I hate that place.
Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah.
Hate it.
Dislike
What, did
it.
the improv there?
No, my brother lives around there.
Oh,
Is
hey,
your
your
brother
brother.
gay?
I love my brother. No, he's not gay.
Oh.
But
Oh, lives
Would
in
he
Fort
tell
Lauderdale.
you?
he lives in Jupiter or West Palm.
Oh.
He lives north of it. So I fly into Fort Lauderdale. It's just a hellscape metropolis that goes on for 50 miles with
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
No, there's no part of Florida that's distinctive from any other part of Florida. It's the same 7-Eleven next to a Panera.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nondescript. Does the army recruit gay people subliminally? I remember they used to do like what band was it they used to do the songs for?
741.
No,
What?
If you want to join the army.
So am I still killing for this world to stop killing?
That would work. They did do some shit. But what was the band? I keep thinking about the band that they would use for all the army recruiting commercials. Not Seven Dust. Not Disturbed.
You want to give us a couple
I'm
words?
not the one who's so far away.
More. We
I
want
don't know
more.
that
We want
one.
more.
You don't know that song? When I
No.
feel the snake bite into my veins.
I don't know. I mean, you have
my
a good
God.
voice.
Breathe
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can
in,
sing.
breathe in.
You can sing, huh?
It sounds like Eddie Vedder you're doing.
No, this is from the 2000s. This was like, come on, I can't. I can't be alone in this.
No,
you might
you're
hold you.
alone.
I'm 28.
Ah, you're too young for this then.
I was already bought in. I didn't need to see the commercials.
Yeah.
I was already like, we're all joining. We all love America. We hate the Dixie Chicks, love America. I remember
my
early
family.
2000s.
Did you hate the Dixie Chicks?
Yeah.
So you were like outraged?
I was, you don't talk about the president like that.
W?
not what
You're
you
gonna
said.
talk about W?
They just inferred that.
No, she just said we were ashamed that George Bush is from Texas. That's all she said.
I watched an interview with George Bush today, and that guy comes off like a PhD scholar
Yeah.
compared to current politicians.
Oh,
He
yeah.
sounds so smart now.
He's also an incredible painter. He is. Him is a little. I love it. I think he's such a cutie.
Are they actually good, or is it
No,
like
I feel like they're
it's
bad.
like put it on the fridge kind of
I'm pretty
good?
sure they're
well, it's
re-
kind of sad. I mean, he's painting 9/11 victims.
That's not true.
That's what he's painting. Yeah.
What?
Victims of 9/11.
Well, he wasn't
That
going
sounds like propaganda.
I'll look it up.
Look-
Well, he
Look,
wasn't
yeah,
going to
look
paint
it
the
up.
3 million innocent Iraqis he killed.
He doesn't have the time.
He wasn't going to paint that. That's going to take too long.
That's crazy. Is it crazy? I think he's kind of cute.
No, he's kind
W?
of cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like a younger him. I think I'm like I would have done it. I would have sucked his dick.
Yeah. He was
Yeah?
also in super good shape.
Yeah.
He was running like 7-minute miles. His resting heart rate was
Okay,
like
so
39.
How do you know his resting heart rate?
Because they used to do presidential fitness exams and not lie about the results. Now they lie.
So he did
So
a bunch of
I saw-
portraits.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. A bunch of portraits of men and women who served in the United States Armed Forces in a post 9/11 world. That's what he
Oh.
paints.
That wasn't.
I guess it's more like
Fuck.
he-
Wait. Are you
depressing.
saying that Trump's health records were fabricated? And I was looking at those numbers because I just watched The Pit, and I was like, that BP is within range. I didn't know anything else. Those
his height
numbers-
and his weight were the ones I noticed. He said he was 6'3", 225.
I'm 225. I'm much smaller than Trump.
Yes.
So you were
Actually, I
saying,
might
He's
be
also much-
heavier. I'm actually heavier than that. I think, and I'm much smaller than Trump.
Yeah.
but when you get old, your bones lose density.
He looks like a fucking pig, doesn't he?
yeah.
I'd
He's
love
got
to
a
see
40-inch waist at least. Have you
Oh,
seen pictures
yeah.
of him in golf pants?
44.
Yeah.
He's fucking huge. He's a fucking pig, and he's got a flat ass.
Doesn't
Yeah.
he eat McDonald's?
He's thick in the center like the Michelin Man.
Literally.
You're just straight projecting on Trump.
He's fat with a flat ass. It's like, Dylan, look within.
Trump hasn't been trying to. He has been doing squats.
That's so funny. I said something the other day about like something I couldn't change about my body, and a gay guy commented, and he was like, "Well, there's a lot of things you can't change." He goes, "But buddy, you could do squats."
Yeah.
I go, that's so. sweet
And
of
I've
you,
given
thanks."
you the.
I'm doing them. I hate them, but I'm doing them. I
Doing
just-
what?
Squats.
Oh, I don't do squat. I don't do traditional squats. We need to get in the gym together. I
I'm
know
gonna go with a comic in town.
Sev. Oh, and Zach Black.
Zach Black. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in really good shape.
He is, but he's and I'll say this publicly, like I'm sure gonna kill me at some point.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Does he have good legs? I know he's got huge arms. Does he do
have
with
good
legs too?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went to a gay CrossFit gym in West Hollywood for a couple years, and those
Saw
guys.
Zach Black there.
No,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
But just going work, it would like the they really took squats and leg day seriously. It was
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
a straight gym, you would see a bunch of chicken leg guys, but it like everyone's like lower body heavy with already impressive upper bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually yeah. Well, listen, we're all marketing different things.
Mhm.
Straight. I don't think women like care about men's legs.
No,
You know what I mean?
they say they like
girls
butts,
like
but
butts. I go.
They
"For
like
what?"
to grab them. I think.
I think it's just like a
Like
nice
this.
thing to see that a guy like women like to see a guy as like filled out his jeans somewhat. I sat next to I was on a date with a girl and we went to Jurassic World. And there was a scene where a girl was sitting on a hill, and then Chris Pratt walks into frame, so it's just waist down his butt, and then he sits down, and she goes, "Oh." That was
Really?
the reaction I've seen. The only reaction I've seen a girl have to like a nice butt.
What happened to him? I mean, Chris Pratt really went down quick.
Well, because didn't he? Was he like? No, my church is pretty cool.
He did go into church stuff, and he left Anna Faris, which I was kind of like.
She should have been Harley Quinn. I'll fight for this.
Oh, I love that. I'm an
Mhm.
Anna Faris apologist. I think she's incredible, and people don't.
What are you apologizing for?
Well, I just feel like people
Oh,
think
the
she's
cup
annoying.
thing.
What's that?
No,
The
that's-
cup
no,
thing.
No, he doesn't know anything about pop culture.
No.
Yeah, the
think-
cup thing. She shouldn't have done that. It was annoying.
What's the cup thing?
That's not Anna Faris.
That's Anna Faris.
Well, no one
It's
knows.
Anna Faris, but you're thinking of Anna. You're thinking of Anna Kendrick, who is
Oh.
annoying,
Uh-huh.
and I have no problem publicly saying that either.
The chick from the House Bunny.
Oh, House, but she's
She's
great.
so
Yeah.
funny.
Wait,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
she's
sad
great.
she doesn't have a better maybe
She
she'll
should
have like a
better
Demi
career.
Moore.
That's what I mean. Like she should have a better career.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
She's so funny.
I feel like sometimes you do movies like Scary Movie, and that puts you in a box.
That was her first movie ever.
I know, but it kind of put her in a box.
I know she was so good.
She
It's-
plays that dumb girl so good, though. She
Yeah.
plays that dumb girl so good.
But she was in that show Mom, and she did a good job of that too.
She did a great job playing that.
And that wasn't just the
House
same-
Bunny is an incredible movie.
Just
Yeah.
Friends, incredible.
Oh, Just Friends is an incredible movie.
Was she the love interest
the
or was
pop
she the
star?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
She was good in
Yeah.
that.
she's hilarious.
But what about Ryan Reynolds? He also fell off.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds
Yeah.
could drop dead. Nobody would care. I mean,
Now, yes, but early
10 years,
2000s, he
no.
was the man.
It took me up until
No.
recently to sour on him. I did like
Yeah,
him for a
up
long
until
time.
I
Yeah.
mean,
well, that's
for sure.
Straight Guys. The Straight Guys like loved Ryan Reynolds for some reason. I think he was like handsome in a non-threatening way to them.
handsome and funny and not like somewhat effeminate in a way that was reassuring to straight men. He has like a kind of gay sounding voice a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I just self-aware.
I love all of the straight
Skinniest
guys.
legs ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of the straight guys with gay kind of voices are like finally a hero. Finally, someone who represents us and get Blake Lively, his bitch wife.
Who else has kind of a gay voice for a straight guy?
I don't know. I think a lot of guys are actually just secretly gay.
Hugh
about
Jackman, I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
Not even secret.
I don't think that. But also, people are saying that he's secretly dating Michelle Williams. But who knows?
What about the guy?
Huh.
Wait,
Schmidt
Michelle Williams,
from
the lady from. Oh, I'm thinking Wendy Williams.
No, I think he just left his wife for a woman an appropriate age, which was crazy.
Sutton Foster?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
like
that-
left his wife who was like 50 for a woman who was like 48. And you're like, good.
No, he's a good guy.
job.
He's a good guy.
What
That's
about
reasonable.
Schmidt from New Girl? He seems gay.
Yeah, but yeah.
He went to my gay gym. Is that the wait? I'm sorry. Is that the Jewish Max Green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went to my gay gym.
Is he
Really?
gay or straight?
I don't think he is.
So at this gay gym, what are you guys doing? Just like
Wait, just you and Schmidt were there being like,
I
look
did.
at this,
So this
gay
is-
Jew.
None of us are gay.
I did the cardio classes.
Yeah.
Which was for basically the women.
yeah,
And guys like me who are like who can't lift. I'm just not good at lifting weights. And then the gay guys would just like throw just stacks of plates around, just huge weight. Like they were just obsessed with like max squat and max deadlift and
Yeah.
big lifts. Yeah.
It's all the tea, probably.
They were definitely on I went there for like 2 or 3 months and like just thought people were just like not very friendly and not nice because you just see these huge G.I. Joe looking dudes with mustaches and it just like conjures all the bullies from high school. And then finally after 2 months I stuck around afterwards and they're like, let's all get smoothies. And I realized they were gay in that
Wait.
moment.
I love that
These
you were
high-
scared of the gay guys.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about gay guys is like gay kids get bullied growing up and then they become the best bullies ever.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
kind of you guys.
No.
You're not that
Well,
mean,
who
but you
are
can
these
be.
mustached high schoolers bullying you?
Just the football players, the big kid. I was a little
Okay.
kid for high school, so like
Yeah.
you just think of people bigger than you as
Yeah. Our high football team was sucked, so no one respected them.
That's cool.
It
That was
we threw stuff at them. It was fun.
my
It
college was like
fun.
that.
What college?
Rice, like the football players
Yeah.
all like basically had the option between maybe like an A&M or a UT and be low on the squad or come to Rice where they could actually get to play. And then they'd come to Rice and think that they would get the same kind of experience of like, do my homework for me. We leave our plates on the table
That's
and you
crazy.
clean up after us. And we're like, dude, no, what?
What?
Yeah, we have like a good baseball team, but we just, football, we never, it's not that kind of school.
I didn't realize people did that for football players.
You didn't realize people did that for football players?
Wait, they did what?
That
They cleaned their plates
Like,
They would do
worship
anything
them.
you want. Dude, when you...
in college.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Fuck
To me-
you.
yeah, no, to me-
At a state
way.
school? Yeah.
Bro,
Where'd
if
y'all
you...
go?
Colton, if you live in Tallahassee, the UF
Why
football
am I
team...
fucking living in Tallahassee?
But the UF football team is the whole thing. I mean, that's the...
I
it's
do
like-
think
don't
popularity,
At FSU, but yeah.
Sorry, FSU,
Mhm.
yeah.
popularity in college to me is like
Gay-
pathetic and humiliating. Like
Right.
and there's nothing interesting to me about it. Like popularity in high school, I could watch 1,000 TV shows about that.
Yeah.
To me, it's like more real. But if you're popular in college, it's like
What does it mean?
Yeah, what it means.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah,
it
I
means
agree.
Nothing. There's no social hierarchy. You
Yeah.
you can just like make yourself into something
Yeah,
new.
It's
High
like being
school-
rich in a communist country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I
everyone
guess-
can have a piece.
But let's
Yeah.
go back to the House Bunny. There was a certain sense of popularity there. I can't remember any of the sororities, but the House Bunny, she took care of the losers.
Greek life,
Greek is-
yeah.
that's
So my school didn't have
interesting.
Greek life, and that shit is so lame in retrospect.
I used to live next to all the Greek houses here in Austin, and there would just be like guys, and they're like this huge house, and they had armed security guards, and there'd just be like 22-year-olds playing basketball all with their shirt off, and I just walk by and be like, "Hey, boys."
It makes sense for big schools because it's like if you're in a school with 40,000 kids, you can't make yourself a person. So you make it smaller, and then I'm a person in a 200-person frat. You know what I mean? But Rice, how many students were at Rice?
3,000, and there were no fraternities.
Yeah, exactly.
I also think that like if you're not good enough to be on a sports team in college, which is most people,
Don't.
fraternities is the sports with the sports camaraderie without any sports. You just treat drinking like a sport.
Yeah.
and like weird gay stuff.
Weird gay stuff. But sports has a lot of weird gay stuff.
I wish.
Yeah,
that,
but not like they're not like. Do they force you to do weird gay stuff in sports? I feel like in frats they're always like.
Yes.
They do,
Yes.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they gave me I got a huge wedgie on the football team my freshman year. That was
No.
Did you play?
I just joined the team to make friends, and I never played, and I was
so-
very
that
little and
hurts.
really uncoordinated.
That hurts. You're like, I'm here just for friends. They're like, here's this. You get neither.
My butthole's bleeding.
Did you ever do like theater
In middle school, and then I couldn't do it in high school
for gay allegations?
no. I did it in middle school and got plenty of gay allegations. I went to a
It's hard to get
mostly
rid-
Mexican middle school in Corpus Christi, Texas, where the bar for being called gay is pretty low.
Yeah. I do
Although-
feel like you would have been like the star of your theater department though if you had done it.
Maybe what I did do was I wanted to do like honors theater in like 7th grade, and I tried out for the play, and it was some like Cinderella type thing. And
Was it called Twinderella? Where there was also because I did that play in middle school.
It might have been. I auditioned for The Ugly Stepsister, and people were like, "You're gonna audition for a woman?" And I was like, because I thought it would be funny, and it was.
Yeah.
But also, there were people afterwards like, "Whew, man, that's I don't know why you would do that to yourself."
Like Monty Python, it's hilarious.
Yeah, they thought like just the idea of a man auditioning to play a woman. They were just like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
Did you
we
have
can't
a-
really hang out anymore."
What?
Yeah.
Were you
Wait,
gonna
so
do
they
the
didn't want to
voice?
hang out because they thought it was gay, or they
thought
thought
it was
it was
gay.
wrong? Because it's
Gay.
wrong now to do that, right?
For a very
People
different
are
That
reason.
is
like-
true. Yeah, now it's disrespectful. Before
Yeah.
it was just gay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
Either way, you're not allowed to do it.
It's
Just be ashamed no matter what.
Yeah.
that's liberal leftist ideology.
It
Yeah,
is.
everything's wrong, and you should be ashamed.
I remember at the Groundlings, you weren't allowed to play a different different gender than your own. But since I was gay, they were always like, "Now you named your character Pat. Now is that a girl?" I go, "Did it matter?" They go, "No." Like it became this.
Yeah, the
thing.
lines become ambiguous when you're gay. You kind of get to be like, well, they are gay, so they're technically what we consider a victim. So what? So they
Play
can't
that
tell them-
card.
Wow,
Play it.
I'm always like, I'm a hero because I'm gay. I can do and say whatever I want, no repercussions.
What did Britney Spears say? They're kind of like women.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I also think that was the thing that Hollywood did for a while was I got a lot of auditions for many years just as the villain character.
Yeah.
And they would never dare to go diverse with that role because if you make any minority a villain, you're a bad person. But
Do you see what's happening right now with the Harry Potter?
with
They-
Severus,
they they casted Snape
Tell-
as a black man. Everyone's like, great, now Harry's racist. they're like putting in the things being like, oh, I feel it, Harry. I feel like he stole the stone. They're like, why? He goes, I just have a feeling.
it's gonna hit so weird when they're like,
Yeah,
you
wait.
mudblood."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. They could have
'Cause
made
I'm
any
Dominican?
other. Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have made any other character black, and they made Snape the one that gets like insanely bullied, and who's like suspicious of the black one.
That's because
Well, it makes sense because it's like, it's going after all the stereotypes. It's like people think he's the bad guy at the beginning, but turns out he's actually the best guy. Spoilers.
But he also kind of sucks as a person.
Yeah, I guess you have to
Yeah.
watch 7 seasons to realize he's not racist. He loved his mom.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was a cuck.
Doesn't Harry go up to Dumbledore and is like, "It's Snape," and John Lithgow's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, well."
Well, let's expand our pool of potential.
No, John Lithgow is Dumbledore.
I've heard that.
That's crazy.
It's incredible. My
American.
favorite.
How weird. They cast an American.
So you got married since the last time you came on here, right?
Engaged.
You got engaged.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
pictures and they looked like very serious.
And when I talk about women taking men and women swapping roles, she proposed to me.
No, she
and
didn't.
People don't like that. It's
They don't
so
like
hard
that?
to talk about on stage. Laura and I both talk about it on stage separately. Sometimes she gets cheers, but most of the time she gets nothing. Even for her, I get nothing.
Really?
I get laughter at best.
Did
And
you
then-
know she was going to propose?
We had talked about it over the years,
Yeah.
and it was something that I knew it was a potential thing, but it had kind of slipped, and she had stopped talking about it. So when it actually happened, I was very shocked. Like, it really caught me off guard.
Really?
Yeah.
And what did it feel like?
Kind of felt like being slimed at the Nickelodeon Awards.
Yeah.
You know, just
Wait,
like
I can't believe this is actually happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
More just like I should have seen this coming, and this is hilarious, and yeah. Like it's like getting a Mike's heart. It almost felt like getting Yes,
Yeah.
it's a great moment, but part of me was like, oh fuck, I should have proposed sooner. I'm never gonna live this down.
Oh, yeah.
She has this in her back pocket
Also,
every
like,
time we fight.
Middle school theater, getting proposed to. You are not being those gay allegations.
Do I get a lot of them?
No, I just think
Do
it's
we
funny.
get a lot of them?
I
You
wonder,
tell
Jim.
us.
I feel like you were someone that when I look at you, I go, I feel like gay guys would think you're gay.
Yes,
And they would treat you as such.
I think I get a good sniff. I think I got gay guys are like testing it. I posted a clip about just gay stuff in general, talking about how people would call you gay in the South faster, and I got a couple messages that were pretty desperate.
Yeah.
Maybe like 3.
Oh,
Well,
the
when you
people
say
who-
desperate, what that
Can
look
I
like?
suck your dick?
Uh-huh.
yeah, expect
I'm a bottom and a doctor.
That's good. He knows what he's doing.
That's good. That doesn't sound like desperation to me.
Dr. Bottom on call.
That sounds like expertise, if anything.
Yeah, I don't know this. I feel like I don't get the word desperate with gay guys. I don't ever use that word
Mm-hmm.
I would.
because desperate,
to message a man that you don't know,
You're like,
and say,
please.
let
Yeah.
me suck your cock.
thirsty, but not desperate.
Maybe the doctor thing was that I could like hide what he did to me over like Hippocratic oath. You know what I mean? What a great way to stay
Or
in the
maybe he was
closet.
saying like, I'm a doctor, so I've seen everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So maybe I may be the best person for the job.
I've seen everything.
Yeah. You're not going to shock me with any weird, rashes or
Yeah.
whatnots. Did he say what kind of doctor?
No. It could have been a lie. Who am I to trust this man?
For sure.
Because sometimes PhDs call themselves doctors, and I don't like that.
I don't like that either. But you know what I was also just thinking about? Who knew that our doctors were messaging comedians offering to suck their cocks? I mean, that's like not great.
Oh yeah, well,
I hold them to a different esteem. It's like if you're a doctor, you shouldn't be messaging people on Instagram begging to suck cock.
Yeah.
Well, what are you supposed to do?
Go to a fucking bar. Or like,
literally just post your thing with your
Stethoscope?
stethoscope on. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, a doctor." I used to date one, and I have some real hangups about doctors.
Yeah? Like what?
Their dick had like a
Oh.
like a grip tip, like it was gripped. Like
What
you
does
know,
that mean?
like
You mean the head?
the head was gripped naturally.
Like
naturally.
ribbed for her pleasure kind of?
It wasn't
Gripped.
like one of
Flared out?
those. No, like like the like a golf ball has all those divots,
Uh-huh.
but flipped.
Oh, it was lumpy.
Yeah, but like the pores were lumpy.
I've seen that.
I have not
It's
seen that.
gripped. You probably have it too. Everyone
Why?
has maybe a little bit. It's not a lot of people. It's pretty common, but you have to look real close.
Sounds
Okay.
like you have it.
No, everyone has a little bit
Sounds
of it.
like you're the doctor in
You
Yeah,
this
gotta look
situation.
real close. Well, I play doctor.
When she proposed to you, did she have a ring to give you?
She had a ring for herself.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
What?
And thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
I love
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
So you said yes, and she went
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Did she get on one knee?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Did she have one for you as well?
No.
So
I
you
got my
kind of
dad's
wished
old
you had one?
No.
Really?
I got my dad's old one, which I was excited about.
That's nice.
Is your dad married?
He's dead. He
Okay.
stayed married, so my mom is still alive, and this was their ring.
I asked my dad for his old ring, and my sister was like, "Why do you want his fucking divorce ring?" I was like, "I
Yeah.
just didn't. I'm cheap. I'm sorry. I wanted to give my husband my dad's divorced ring, and he was not happy when he found out about that."
First ring.
I am curious as to, just because I feel like relationship dynamics are so interesting, did you feel like after that you kind of had to do something special for her too?
I proposed back.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
was
on,
looking
on
for.
another trip, and I got a different ring to propose to her with.
You hated like the one you bought yourself.
Like, here's a better one. This
You're the
is
better-
better.
I
She
thought
does
that you
wear
had a
mine more than
budget.
hers.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
because she picked out one that she like made one through a place, and I went and found like a vintage one. So I got her one that was, my thought was she already has a like kind of a rock on hers. I wanted one that was closer to a band, so I got one with two diamonds and I think a sapphire, kind of more embedded, so it wears like there's nothing that sticks out on it. You can wear it like a band. So I was like, this could be your. What are the two? There's an engagement ring and an actual wedding ring. This would
Yeah.
be the, I guess, wedding ring. The
That's cool.
Yeah.
And are you guys gonna have a big wedding
Yeah, here next month.
here in Austin?
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What
Why
made you choose
Austin?
Austin?
We met here. She went to college here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just we we could not afford a New York wedding. It'd
Of
be
course.
insane.
Yeah,
It'd
it's
be like $200,000. It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
You didn't know that's $200,000.
I think so for like anything in the city. Yeah,
I mean, what's happening?
yeah.
No, truly, what's happening?
And
That's
is that
crazy.
pre-tariffs or post-tariffs?
Well, we paid for our flowers before the tariffs. We're like, we got to do that because that's
Oh.
going to go up.
Where you
How
get?
much are flowers?
Couple.
We get our we
Like, I
import
think
our
like
flowers.
you paid like 3 to 6 is like what you would end up paying for like a pretty ornate flowers. I heard this from someone. If you're getting flowers for a wedding, lie and say they're for a funeral, and they'll charge you less.
Wedding flowers are more expensive.
Yeah.
Just because
Everything
of the
wedding is more expensive. If you tell a venue that it's for a wedding, it's more expensive. If you just say like we're having a party, it's cheaper. But if they find out it's a wedding, they can like sue you.
Really?
I don't know. I heard that like once on a podcast, and I've just been repeating it.
You lied to me.
Yeah, but also like suing somebody sucks
Yeah.
unless you like your dad's a lawyer, and I don't
Yeah.
know that. I've always heard my dad was gonna sue you.
Yeah, you could just stretch it out.
When I used to work at Massage Envy, people would be like, "I'm contacting my lawyer." I'd be like, "You haven't paid your Massage Envy bill in 3 months. You don't have a lawyer."
Yeah,
It's $60 a month.
But I always say, oh, I have a lawyer on retainer.
Yeah.
But I don't.
That's a smart thing to do. Laura threatened a lawyer on someone once, and it worked. We got when we moved to New York City, we were subletting for like 2 months, and then apparently we weren't supposed to be subletting at all. So the other person we were subletting from, we all got kicked out like that day. They're like, "Oh, you subletted to someone who never signed the contract, so you're all kicked out." It was this awful fucking woman, just a vulture of a landlord.
Yeah.
And she was like, and you were smoking weed in the room, and we could smell it, and we weren't. We hadn't smoked weed in that room. And Laura was just like, "We didn't smoke weed in that room. And if you accuse us of that crime one more time, we will sue you for libel." And she shut the fuck up. My
Oh,
fiance
hell yeah.
she can really Karen really hard.
Yeah.
No one talks about that. It really is an effective strategy.
Yeah.
Everyone, oh, you get all bitchy and rude. They're not going to do anything for you. But like, they will do everything for you.
Yeah.
Companies, we should. I mean, like, it's embarrassing to like. The problem with the Karen stuff is that like you're seeing people scream at. They're stupid Karens because they're yelling at people who have new power. They're yelling at servers, or it's like
Greeters.
Call corporate alone privately in your own home. Lose it on them. They'll give you whatever you want.
Right.
They're afraid of like any bad press whatsoever. But,
Right.
like, yeah, the videos we see are you're screaming at like the toll booth worker. It's like, yeah, this is your own fault.
Dude, my fiance is so good. And then we work as a good team. We go bad cop, good cop. I'm just the guy who's like, "Babe, it's okay." She's like, no. And then she walks away. I'm like, "Listen, we're just having a really hard time with the travel right now. And I'm sorry she treated you like that." And then like between the two of us, we get what we need. We had a day where our flight got canceled on Southwest. We like got to the airport and like, "Oh, all the flights are canceled for today." And yeah, there's nothing until tomorrow. And she was like, "Well, I have to get home." She was like, "Well, there's no Southwest flights left." She was like, "Okay, then buy me a flight over at United down the way. It's $1,000. They go, "We can't do that." She goes, "Manager, right now." Just calm as ice. Manager came out. She goes, "Hi, what's going on?" She says, "I need you to give me $1,000 or buy my flight at United." She goes, "We can't do that." She goes, "Then give me $1,000 of Southwest credits." And the woman looked at her in the eyes and just knew she wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
Reached under the counter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 $100 coupons.
Oh my
Just
god!
Oh, it was like that scene in Taken. Or like, here's what I'm going to do.
Good. You know, honestly,
That's
these
incredible.
These companies need that. Like they deserve.
And you waited
that
to propose. How
Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
crazy.
That's so fuck. I'd be like, oh, she gets anything. Are tariffs ruining the pricing of your sex things? Are we allowed to say sex things in an ad read? So maybe you guys are looking for new lube, harnesses, strap-ons. Well, we've partnered with feelswell.co, and if you guys use our promo code SOTIB, that's some of this is bad, then we get 20%. So you're not only supporting them.
I don't think you should tell them that, but
We should definitely tell them that because
That
you guys
we
want to
get money?
support our show.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, you guys like gay sex? This website has some shit.
You don't need to do this website to have gay sex, but if you wanted lube, you might.
They have lube. They got those tight little panties you guys like to wear.
80,000 different products. If you have a penis,
80,000 different
a
products.
pussy, you got anything, they are American made, which we're not a nationalist brand, but we do love to avoid those tariffs whenever we're buying lube.
Is it American made?
It's American made, American shipped, all the way from America to your bedroom. That's their tagline. America, all the way to your bedroom.
Keep America in your bedroom.
Feelswell.co. Check it out. It's in the link.
Some of this is bad. SOTIB.
SOTIB.
Some of this is bad. SOTIB.
Feelswell.co.
For 10% off.
Feelswell.co.
Bye. Oh my God. Are you scared to be married?
No,
No.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, that's good.
That part.
How long have you guys been together?
9 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that marriage doesn't scare. Kids scare me, and the wedding is gonna be scary because I'm sure I forgot to pay for like one thing that's crucial.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're gonna get
Do you
there.
have the like vow? Are you guys doing your own vows? And do you feel the pressure to kill because you're a comedian?
I don't know if we're doing that. We're gonna do something. I'm scared about the dance. I'm really bad at dancing.
Really?
Oh
You guys
my
have to take
God.
I'm like-
classes?
I need to.
Yeah.
I need to on the double. We haven't planned that. She's a jock, you know, so she's not like that sentimental about what she's the kind of person who's like very quick to be like gay when anything gets
Yeah.
sentimental. So it's been really fun to plan a wedding with her because she's just not hung up on anything.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And are you hung up on some stuff?
No.
You're like on the
Okay.
phone with the flower people, be like,
I
I
don't give
said
a
fucking roses.
Don't worry, I
you
got
call
this.
this pastel?
yeah.
I got this, babe. She's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
She cares a little. She's still a woman. I'm a man, so she cares about certain things. But she was like, the planner was like, so for cake, she was like, I don't give a fuck. Sheet
Yeah.
cake, I don't care.
Red
Who cares
velvet.
about cake?
I mean, you know what's crazy is that no
the
one ever
only
does
part I
ice cream
care.
cake at their weddings.
Oh, that'd be sick.
If I got married, I'd have an ice cream cake.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's the big ones. Like you would want like a wedding cake to be made of ice cream.
Well, you don't have to have a big towered ice cream cake. I would just get multiple ice cream cakes.
Okay, that's
You know?
better.
They're gonna cut it up either way. So just like give me a fucking ice cream cake.
Yeah.
From Friendlies.
Give me like a little muffin. We're gonna do churros, I think.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, have a little churro thing as well. Like cake. We got forced into a cake, which is
Yeah, you have to have a cake. Yeah,
I
You're
guess.
gonna have to.
Everyone's disappointed, especially if they fly out and they
Uh-huh.
go, you know, we flew to Austin. They didn't have a cake.
We went to a wedding in Maine that was just like basically two dynastic families merging finance and
Lobster. Please say lobster.
yeah,
Nice.
finance and lobsters, which is two like Dallas level families, just like wealth.
Yeah.
And someone just cut the cake. Someone walked up to the table and just cut themselves a slice of cake, and they never figured out who it was.
That's
Some
incredible.
idiot was
He
like,
was just
"Oh."
Bill Murray. no one will ever believe you.
That's crazy. People have no decency anymore, so I do believe that.
Are you guys gonna do the shove your face in the icing?
Oh,
Because I told my husband I will divorce you if that happens.
I don't want to. It's just a lame. It's like an old bit.
Yeah,
It's just kind of a lame bit. If there was something better,
like
it'd be fun to put like a blood packet in there, and she shoves my face in, and I come up like ah,
yeah.
or when
Just
you're
kidding.
doing the corset, not the thing of the girls. And they and
Garter.
and you're the garter, but you come back and with ketchup, do the ketchup thing again, and you're like, "Ah!" God,
Yeah, throwing bouquets and throwing garters also it's just cheesy. It's just like a dad joke.
Yeah.
My dad just got married. I was like, Dad, if you throw Diana's garter at us, I'm fucking walking out.
Yeah, how old
not
is
doing
Diana?
They're both like 65.
Yeah, that's a little.
She's like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
It's like her grandkids are there. There's 15 of them. No.
No, that's definitely not good. I don't like that.
Garters?
Yeah, there's something so like inappropriate about like why are you
What do
lifting
gays
up her
do garters?
because it's bad, but it's like it's like her dad's here and you're lifting up her dress.
No,
and
no,
pulling
but
her
at
Dude,
dress.
the
gay
Vikings,
weddings.
they used to fuck in front of people at the wedding. That's how you would like end
do
the
that.
wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah, they would like everyone would gather around the bed and then they would have sex and it was like the consummation of the wedding. It was crazy.
ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga.
Which
ooga.
Vikings?
The ones that are blonde.
I didn't think you
No,
did. Yeah.
I'll look it up too.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Viking-
I bet that happened a couple of times.
Dude, Vikings were in Iceland, where the Vikings lived for like 800 years. They tore down all the trees. They got there, and then they tore down all the trees, and they were stuck there for like 800 years. So they had like some really weird cultural stuff. They would
Why did they rip all the trees out?
To build more ships.
to build shit, and they let like sheep loose just so they could have animal stock, and the sheep ate everything, and they got basically stuck there. And they would, if they had a kid they couldn't take care of, they would just wait for it to be born and then just set it outside.
Like the White Walkers.
Yeah.
Game of
Oh,
Thrones.
God,
the original.
life was so brutal for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Life was mostly like the worst thing you could ever experience.
Life
until,
sucked.
Yeah,
People were
Until
way happier
AC.
than now.
Why do
until-
you say that? You don't know. How do you know that?
Maybe you're right. I don't know. There's no one's happy now, and life's easy.
I don't know. Those people couldn't read and write, so they weren't writing sad poems. There was no Phoebe Bridgers. I don't know if she sings sad
Yeah.
songs. She's just
That's all
been like,
she
oh shit, I had to set my baby outside.
They had like Emily Dickinson.
Baby outside.
Emily Dickinson.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was. I mean, yeah, she was sad for sure.
yeah.
I think she killed herself, right?
I don't know. That one I don't know.
It would make her. It would make her works better if she did.
Probably.
Whenever an artist kills themselves, you're like, well, I got to go listen to their stuff again.
Yeah, they're so good.
I felt that way about like Linkin Park. I was like, this is cheesy. This is just pop music, and he's pretending to be angry, but there's no curse words. I don't think he's really this angsty. And then he killed himself. I was like, you know what? I misjudged him.
Same.
Yeah.
Amy Winehouse. Same.
Oh, really?
I didn't care until she died.
Yeah.
I still don't care.
Whoa.
What?
I know.
Did you see the movie?
It's
No.
to me, Amy Winehouse is kind of like Bublé. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's like this stylistic throwback that's done really well.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
don't vibe with it.
Yeah, like I don't ever watch her and go like, oh God, like I feel connected to this person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I have to be connected to people.
Is it-
Yeah.
is
What
it
if
her
Bublé killed
accent?
himself?
Yeah. We've been waiting.
I'm
We've been
dreaming
waiting.
a red Chris. Okay.
I would like to see Will Ferrell relive that moment. I would like to see that
Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell played Michael Bublé in SNL, I think, right?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
I remember he played himself in a John Hamm sketch that was incredible.
No, you're thinking Will Ferrell played Robert Goulet in an SNL sketch, and Michael Bublé is the guy that
Yes, thank you. That
Yeah.
is true. I was thinking
totally,
Goulet.
totally different
I could
guys.
see Goulet killing himself. Bublé killing himself would be very funny.
Oh yeah.
Fly me to the moon.
Winehouse, you just didn't. You
I was just never there. You know, she was too like
English.
English and like rock and like
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure now if I looked back, I just also like the way she sings didn't like hit me in the way that I needed her someone to.
Like my wife brought up to me the other day, she goes, I think Johnny Depp is so hot always. And I said, no, he's not. He's only hot because it's Johnny Depp. But if a 60-year-old man looked like Johnny Depp but wasn't, no one would think he's hot.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
No
if a
girl
woman that
film.
looked like, you know, Amy Winehouse sat next to me on an airplane,
Any
I wouldn't
guy-
be thrilled. But if it was
any-
Amy Winehouse, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool.
Any guy with too many bracelets, I'm like,
Yeah.
no,
Mhm.
not for me.
I don't mind a guy with bracelets. I think that would be fine for me.
Johnny
a lot
Depp.
of bracelets?
No, Johnny Depp's a rapist. So probably not.
What?
Mm.
Okay, everything about Johnny Depp except the rape.
Yeah, he's not for me.
Right, because the bracelets.
No.
You would date a guy with 4 bracelets on?
Then what does he look like? Like Justin Bobby?
No, he
from
looks
The
like
Does he have to
Johnny
be
Depp.
older?
No, he doesn't. Have
I
to
think
look
you can
like-
wear a lot of. How do you feel about like older men who dress too well? Like the guy from Train.
What's Train?
The band Train?
The band Train. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm into that. I like old dudes who are like have ripped bodies.
Old
Mhm.
dudes that dress really well is like the epitome of my type.
Okay, y'all both like older men.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Wait, but
How
you
come?
keep saying dress really well,
Yeah.
and then you said train.
Yeah.
Is that like...
I have never seen Train, so I don't know.
I'm thinking he dresses like Rob Deerdeck, and I don't think of that
Oh
as
wait,
well.
is that what you mean as well? I mean like tailored suit.
No, he means
Oh,
like...
no.
like
He wears like
trendy,
embroidered
like-
jeans and like a shirt way too wide open, like a linen shirt
Yeah,
way
like
too wide
Robbie
open.
Williams. That's a no-go.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's not a no-go.
I don't
It's
love
a
embroidered
no-go.
jeans.
It's not a no-go.
You like what?
I don't like embroidered jeans.
I
Yeah.
hate embroidered jeans.
Yeah.
It's so close to a tap-out T-shirt, and that's just a no-go as well.
Mhm.
How old are you?
37.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
Do you love that?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Have
still
you
young.
experienced any of the like I asked my doctor, I was like, so like, do we do prostate exams yet? He goes, no.
You're gonna have to go up there, big boy.
He goes, we could try if you want to, but you don't have to do that for another 8 years. I go, okay.
Yeah, what age? How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay, so we don't have to start
He
till the
goes,
40s.
and then he goes,
I love that
and
you don't know.
and he goes, and I suspect you kind of tested enough.
Did he say that?
Yeah. My doctor is hilarious.
How do you test it?
He just feels if it's inflamed, I think.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, that's all you do. They're just feeling if it's
Basically,
inflamed?
if you touch it and it hurts, it's inflamed.
Your hole.
No, your prostate.
Oh, okay.
But I actually really don't. I've been up there and I don't really know what's what.
Yeah.
I guess that's why you need to be a doctor.
Yeah, of course. It's just like soft tissue.
What do you mean by that?
You seem very proud of yourself. I don't know why.
I was like, because that could be the right answer.
What's soft tissue?
It's tissue that's soft.
Yeah, I think
You just heard a word. You just thought of a medical word and thought it was pertinent here.
Yeah, absolutely.
soft tissue.
Are you into butt stuff?
No.
Good for you.
No. If someone pushed it, I'd try it, but shame. Too much shame.
Pushed?
Really of shame?
Mm-hmm.
Is it gay shame?
That too. And also, I don't want to subject another person to all of that awfulness.
The butthole?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to have a woman do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
It doesn't feel like she would enjoy it. Yeah. Because they also can't understand why it would feel nice.
Yeah.
They can conceptualize.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even fucking get it.
But they don't have mirror neurons. But they don't have a prostate.
Tell me this, because there's two options here.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be more nervous of the actual functionality of what could happen, just with like shit, or
Well
would
put.
you be nervous that she would stick something up there and you would be like,
Oh yeah.
More the former.
yeah.
If the latter happened, my only fear with the latter is that I'd like it so much that she'd have to do it every time, and then that's not. Then it becomes like my whole show, and yeah. For just another chance for me to be even more of a taker,
Or do you think of yourself as a taker?
Not sexually, but in relationships, yeah. In friendships, I can be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Not valuing other people's time. I can kind of like bulldoze people on plans. My brother's 5 years older, so he left for college when I was 13. So I kind of have like late onset only child syndrome. So I can kind of be like, no, let's do my thing a little bit. Do y'all have any of that? It took me a while to being in a relationship, I recognize it. And I'm trying to do better.
I think it's his inhale made me think that maybe an accusation's coming my way.
No, cause I was inhaling because I was like, I don't necessarily say like, let's do my thing, but secretly in my mind, I believe that my way is the correct way. So I will do.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're not a taker unless you make that happen. You can feel however you want.
Well, he will bring it up later.
Well,
that's just
against you.
No, I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up, and then let other people try their things. And when it doesn't work, I go, okay, now we can try my thing, which I knew would work the entire time.
That feels like this is just one of those situations where like gay men behavior is just very similar to women behavior.
Yeah,
it's just you are just born with more empathy, more emotional intelligence, and can understand like the situation, that it needs to be balanced, and just kind of more consideration of the other person's perspective. Whereas I think straight men typically kind of lack that. We just like, oh, no, wait, no, get out of my way. This is mine,
Yeah. Would you ever be in an open relationship?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. Would
I don't
you?
know.
Probably not. Is that based on what your options are right now?
If I say yes, it sounds like I want to cheat on my fiance. So I'm just going to basically dodge this question.
It does. I love her. I love her.
I love her so much. I would never.
That's amazing. Well, because I feel like with straight people, we always like to bring up like the relationship dynamics because it's so different with gay guys, where it's like Colton's married, but they're fucking people.
What's up with straight couples in closed relationships? That seems to be the anomaly to me.
They love
Straight
it.
couples in.
Sorry, gay couples in closed relationships. Like,
to me, they're
There's
usually like gay Christian.
and they like to really brag about it too.
They do.
Yeah.
It seems to be very important for them as like a personality thing. Like, and my parents don't hate me. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think also sometimes when you're like around a lot of straight people, I think it depends maybe who your friends are too. Like if it's a gay guy with a lot of straight people friends, sometimes you're like, well, I want a monogamous relationship because that's the culture that I'm around of all my friends. Like I didn't have any gay friends really until Colton. And so like, I think for a while I was kind of like, I would want a monogamous relationship. And I think that might've been because everyone I hung out with was in monogamous relationships.
Yeah.
And if you're around all gay guys and everybody's open, I think it's more normalized that like you could, you know what I mean? I think it's all just ways of thinkings in the circles that you're in.
Like if you asked your friends, what should I do? Laura's fucking this dude. They wouldn't be like, oh, nice. Is he hot?
They'd be like, you're a
They'd be
cock.
like, dude, you gotta fucking kill him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Get out. It's toxic. You can't.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a very dear gay friend who had mostly straight friends until recently, and now is starting to make more gay friends. But he always said like, am I a straight pick me? He was worried that like it was a bad sign that he didn't have more gay friends.
I was nervous about that for sure.
Alex English?
No.
Such a specific person to choose.
Such a specific-
Is that who you're talking about?
But I could see him having a lot of straight friends. Yeah.
I think it's
Gerard Carmichael.
Yeah.
He was one of those who now has, yeah.
I think though when you're in comedy too as a gay guy, it's very easy to have like mostly straight friends, because it's not like it's filled with a ton of gay guys, and like you're not like on shows with other gay people.
Yeah, you're
especially.
usually the one gay person. But I
Yeah.
booked one gay person.
Yeah, and so you're like
Two
I
gay
guess-
people in a row?
Yeah,
That's him. He hates two gay people in a row.
I just doesn't make sense to me. I go like we'll be at a club and it'll be like Colton then me, and I'm like why?
Yeah.
Like why you're not like
Yeah.
they just got 12 minutes of gay. You're gonna give them 12 more of gay. Put us straight between us. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sure. But gay is funny. Black is funny. Like
Yeah.
those are perspectives that are always just going to be like, those are people who are inherently funnier for the most part. There was apparently some JFL showcase a couple of years ago.
I can't tell if you mean it or you're just pandering to the gay population.
No,
That's
I mean,
happening
like,
right
I
now.
can't. If gay guys are just gonna get a bigger laugh.
Yeah.
You're a man who talks like a woman. That's hilarious. I'm not pandering. I'm shitting on you.
Why you talk
Your
like that?
situation is pitiable. It makes me feel better about myself.
See, now that's a clip.
There was a JFL showcase a couple of years ago. It's like 12 comics all going up doing 5 minutes, and apparently like the second comic was trans, the fourth comic was trans, the fifth comic was trans.
Yeah.
And then like the fourth trans comic on the lineup was just like, "Hey guys, trans. Yeah, I know you've heard a lot about it." There was some schadenfreude of me like from like, haha, this isn't a cheat code you get to use anymore.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
what happens when you get representation. You
Should have
stop
had a
being
joke
special.
about the war, huh? Yeah. Well,
I also just pronounced that word wrong.
what
Schadenfreude?
word?
Schadenfreude. I always get the vowels wrong.
Honey, I don't even know what it means.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean?
What is it? It's taking pleasure in other people's pain.
Misery, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's German, classic German.
Germans have a
Classic.
lot of
Yeah.
words, man.
Germans
fiance's
have a lot
German.
of words.
Yeah, they like to make up
With
words.
the accent?
No, her mom has the accent.
Oh, that's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, Germans making up words.
They
Not
do.
like English.
No, but they brag about how they have words for so many things.
Yeah.
They'll be like we have a specific word for the windshield wipers on the headlights of your cars, and then you look up the word and it's just like windshield wipers, headlights of cars. It's just like they just mush all the words together and call the word. It's like their space bar's broken and they're proud of it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, no, they do. It is specific, and that's why it's so important.
Mm-hmm. Like Schadenfreude is just like pleasure pain. That's all it like translates to, or something like that.
Have you guys been to Germany?
Yes.
Do you like it?
No, it's very boring.
Yeah.
But we went to Cologne, which is a particularly boring city.
Yeah,
I've heard like Berlin and Munich.
Berlin's great.
Yeah.
Munich's great. Those are the two places I've been.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's where gay stuff happens.
Is that gay? Is it very gay there?
Munich's, I wouldn't say
Berlin.
gay. Berlin's is gay, but it's like everyone is a little bit gay.
Yeah.
Wearing black and kind of just, it's not, butt sex is more art than gay.
I picture very metrosexual men there, even the straight guys.
It's not even metro. It's like gothic.
Steve Jobs.
It's Steve Jobs would be
That's what it
very
is.
cool.
They're all looking like Steve Jobs with
Apple
sneakers.
Core.
Yeah.
Do you think
I
Steve
like.
Jobs did anything gay?
Yes.
I do too. I just get this vibe.
I mean, yeah. I've been telling everybody he died of AIDS.
Did you ever? What? Oh my god!
You guys never asked me how he died, so now I can tell you.
Steve Jobs died of AIDS. What's his
Sorry.
name did? George Michael.
Mhm.
Are we not allowed to talk about that?
George Michael?
He died of AIDS?
He had to have. Am I thinking
Well,
George Michael, Michael George? Which one's the?
George, I always think
Michael?
of
George Michael.
Arrested Development, but
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
The take.
No,
that's
on-
Aha. Boy, you get a lot of references wrong.
doesn't know anything
That's the
about
third
that.
one where you're close, but off.
Wait, that's not the right one?
No.
George Michael's Freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Never gonna dance again.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Last
Christmas,
Christmas,
good.
I give you my heart.
Yes.
That's which
That's it.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
wow.
So he
Oh,
died.
wow.
Was a very healthy guy, but died in his 50s of pneumonia. Yet his husband died of AIDS in the 90s.
Whoa.
So they just. I don't know if it's disrespectful to say that, but I think he just survived a long time with AIDS.
Well, you know,
I
the
don't
cure
know
to
when he
AIDS is-
died.
It's money, just cash, right?
Cash,
I
right?
don't know
straight
when he
to the vein.
died.
He died like 10 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a great artist. Was such a big pop star, and then he got outed, and then he wasn't as big, but he was like really in the closet.
yeah, those gay
Yeah.
allegations, they really fuck people up.
Are there any big gay men pop stars right now?
I was gonna say Tom Cruise is doing that gay stuff.
I think like there's
Gay
Troye
pop
Sivan.
I've turned the corner on Tom Cruise. He might be straight.
Why are you saying that?
He started dating Ana de Armas, and that's just
Recently?
yeah.
Who's
There's a
Ana
picture of them
de
out.
Armas?
She's just like the hottest actress.
She's the
just
chick
so
from
fucking stunning.
Knives
You know
Out,
what?
the first
You
one.
know what hot women love?
Hmm.
Being a beard for a gay guy.
Really?
Yeah.
He has had a lot of
He is
beards.
a billionaire.
Yeah, I think he's
Nicole Kidman, Katie Holmes.
He also just like to me he's a bad actor. So I'm just like
Really?
Okay, that is where I will.
Mission Impossible.
No, I'm not saying that Mission Impossible is like a great acting feat, but what I'm saying is, every time Tom Cruise goes out for a movie, he nails what that movie's supposed to be.
Except
Mission Impossible-
Reacher.
No.
Sure,
It's a
one
great
miss.
movie
No.
as an action film. He's just not Jack Reacher from the books.
Right.
I don't think it's a bad action movie by any means.
I'm having flashbacks to driving into New York City having this conversation.
Dude, I like Tom Cruise as an actor.
Edge of Tomorrow, I think, is one of the best sci-fi movies ever made.
Thank you.
And he
I mean,
plays
Risky
a
Business
loser.
was great.
forget his
Jerry
name,
Maguire, he
but,
won an Oscar for.
Old Country Road, that
okay.
guy.
Oh yes, Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X. He's
Uh-huh.
gay. Shabuzi.
Sam
Shabuzi's
Smith?
not gay.
Come on.
Okay,
Let
he
him
could
be.
Okay, let him be.
With that name, Shabuzi.
His real name is Chibuize. It's like a Nigerian name.
Oh, really?
Isn't that cool? And he was like, no one's gonna know how to spell this. Shabuzi.
Yeah. Ryan Beatty.
Sam Smith.
Oh, Sam Smith. He's so annoying.
Can we
I
go
think
back
it's
to Chris
they.
Pratt?
Oh, they are so annoying. What did you
I
say?
want to talk about Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
mentioned him earlier.
He's a
How he fell
Schwarzenegger
off.
now, right?
He's
Or
a Schwarzenegger.
yeah,
Which like the Pratt and Schwarzenegger having a kid together is like
crazy.
that's like Atreides and Harkonnen. Like
It
that
is,
just
yeah.
that is just a merging of the bloodlines. Chris Pratt. Here's what I think happened. You asked why he fell off so hard. I think a lot of people come to Hollywood because they felt like out of place in their whatever small conservative Christian town, and I'm an actor and I'm different, and they have such an identity of being different, and then they come to Hollywood and then they're around all the people who are just like that, and they kind of become contrarian again and
Yeah.
revert to their old ways. I met so many people in LA who were trying to deny where they were from and then just take on a different form of it. Like so much of the woo-woo stuff is just Christianity in a different hat.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I agree.
And someone said there was a great analysis of like that is who Chapel Roan is. She grew up in a conservative like Missouri town and was so like I'm a star, I'm different, I'm an outsider, and then once she had that success, she can't stand being in and it. So she had to kind of turn on it.
Yeah. What's happening with Chapel Roan's really interesting. I'm not like sure where I'm like, because there's a point where I'm like, I also get like, it does suck. I would hate to become like a famous pop star, and then all of a sudden people are like, and what are your political opinions?
Mhm.
It's like, let me just fucking sing.
Mhm.
I just want to fucking sing.
And she says stuff that sucks, and it makes me like her music more.
What did she say?
She's like, it's not my job to be politically informed. I don't care what I said about it. Like she'll
Yeah.
and she'll like complain about things that are very much like her personal gripes. Like,
But is she like, I don't want to be involved, or is she just like, I think what I think and that's how I think?
maybe the
Because
latter.
if she's like, I don't want to be involved, there's a part of me that's like, that's cool.
Well, there was a clip where she was just kind of
I
like,
don't
she's
know.
like, I can't. She goes, you can't literally perform at this level, tour, do all this stuff, and then also be 100% and say like all of the right things about every single community and every single
Yeah.
thing, which I think is actually a huge problem with the left right now, where it's like you mess up one time, they like crucify you. Like that's the problem. Is like the chaperone to me is like the left is like she says one thing out of pocket and they're like, see, look, and it's like you have no grace for anybody,
Uh-huh.
and that to me is the problem.
Yeah. That all of that thing, the stuff she said though, was in response to her before the election at a pretty crucial moment,
Yeah.
saying like Kamala and Trump, they're both bad,
Yeah.
and then not really giving a side on it. Which again, she's not like technically wrong in that. Anyway, she keeps coming up in the tabloids for all the wrong reasons, and I think her music is incredible.
Yeah.
And like for some reason, maybe it's kind of just charming after all of this media training and people being very insincere. And just saying the right things in interviews, to hear her just be unabashedly wrong
Yeah.
about stuff, you're like, oh, I'm getting a really authentic person here.
Yeah.
I think that's what people liked about Trump.
I was
He
gonna say that
yeah.
sounds like a liberal idiot.
Yes, exactly.
Like, that's
And she's, I mean, I put her like, this is an outlandish statement, but like people are like, is she the next Gaga? I'm like, she's the next Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
She's really that good.
She is great.
She's like a dirty Taylor Swift, you know? She's like
I feel like you can tell through Chapel that she's like, I don't listen to Taylor Swift's music. And I do.
No, she's great, and I respect all their artists.
I kind of feel that way.
I think it's brave to go up there and do anything out there. Starts texting her group chat. This fucking Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way about like the media trained stuff. Like like influencers. I was always like, these people fucking suck. But recently in the last year, I've become like, I loved, like Tana and Brooke. Oh, they're like LA girls, but they just like say crazy shit, and they're always getting in trouble. And they have the Canceled podcast. It's like one of like the number 5 podcasts in the world. And I was like, these girls are fucking nuts, and they're just always saying the wrong thing. And I don't
like what kind of stuff do they say?
Well, Brooke got into a lot of trouble because they like went back and found like racist tweets from when she was like 15.
How racist? And what groups?
They're like black people.
Oh, okay.
And so she got taken down pretty quickly.
That's the wrong one. You can't do.
But Tana's been like an influencer forever. They're like YouTube people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something about them where I was like, this is cool. And
I found my old notebooks from like when I first started comedy. I'm so glad those weren't tweets. I'll tell you that.
Dude, in college, there was a girl who I had a crush on who had the N-word in her Facebook profile. What? It was just a quote from Big Timers or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just like, you're like, oh, probably shouldn't do that, but no one made a thing of it. You're like, yeah. She's from Mississippi, of course.
Yeah. Well, we only have 2 segments on the show. The first segment is,
do you have any questions for us?
My question always with gay people is, how do you work around the poop stuff?
oh, that's beautiful.
It's just like, it just feels like it'd be such a hindrance.
I just jerk and suck.
Jerk
and
and sucks, and then I should have a hose up there.
Okay.
You really
Vietenfleet or whatever.
Huh?
Vietenfleet, is that what they call it?
I think
another
that's
German
brand.
word for it. The German word for cleaning your asshole before sex.
Vietenfleet.
Vietenfleet.
Bitte. Have you Vietenfleeten? No, it's just a hose attachment that goes up to my shower.
Okay.
Do you want to know more?
Do you do the, the water bottle? For years, I just listened to Mateo Lane explain it to straight comics on podcasts, and I was like, thank God Mateo's here to fucking tell me how to do it. I've never done it.
Never done it. No, if you're traveling, the best way to do it is the sinus clear thing. You know, the thing that you shove up your nostril and you squeeze?
Neti pot.
Neti pot.
Yeah.
That's the best if you're traveling.
Okay.
And how do you know if it's clean?
Oh,
how long does
it take?
Are you ever like 90% of the way there and you're like, good enough?
I honestly wished that I had like a digital bar, like a game that was like, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Or even just like, if like Meta glasses could be like, you're running low. I'm like, well, you got to come fast. That would be cool. Good invention.
Hurry up.
No, my secret double thing is that I use a plug afterwards. And so then I walk around with the plug for an hour.
It's funny.
Is that helpful information?
A plug after you clean it out or after you have sex?
After I clean it out.
Oh, so any of the liquid, the soap that's leaking out stays in, and when you pull the plug, it just all comes out.
Yes, but just for the record, I do not use soap.
Okay, sure.
There's no liquid detergent going up there. Just water.
You're saying that so defensively. Like,
I'm like, I
guys out there, don't worry.
That sounds like
you're not going to get Dawn on your dick.
No, you do not want to put anything but water up there.
Really?
Okay.
Even saline can burn a hole up there, and I learned that the burn a hole way.
Really?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Remember when I thought I had gonorrhea, but it was just a burnt hole?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it is a tissue that is meant to absorb nutrients, so I can imagine it's
Yeah.
Is
So
it really?
that's how I take my electrolytes.
Your colon? I think so. I think your colon still, because you can butt chug stuff. Like that's why if you put alcohol up your butt, you get drunk way faster.
Well, I didn't know that. Well, I knew that, but I didn't know that it like.
But I thought it goes to your bloodstream first.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My question
Yeah,
They
is.
didn't cover this on the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, your bloodstream is how you have nutrients.
But is
We
that
need
the
a gay
colon?
doctor. I'm going to message that guy.
Yeah.
He'll know.
You want to call my ex right now?
I got sent a bunch of sex toys, and you look confused.
I'm shocked. I'm just hearing about it.
Well, I just got them when I got home from Atlanta the other day. I got ahead of this box and I opened it up and there was like 6 sex toys in there, and I was
Sick or 6?
6. And one of them is this like big long dildo thing that like vibrates, and I was like, at one point I should pull this out of the box and use it.
Yeah.
And
On yourself?
Yeah. I feel like why not just try, because I've never tried.
Yeah. How long?
I don't know. I'll send
Longer?
you a picture of it. Yeah, I think it's like that maybe.
Are you in your heart a bottom and you're just afraid to try it?
Once I have a good body, I'll bottom. That's what I'm gonna do. But you know what they also sent me? This is just a fun little tip for everybody. They sent me an Ultra Blow, which is
The JJ machine?
it's a blowjob machine.
Nice.
And I tried it and I was like, this sucks.
Mhm.
Oh, really? JJ said that it was expensive and it was really good.
I don't know. This one said Ultra Blow, and I'll tell you this, it was like,
Yeah.
Did
I
you,
was like, you know what? I was using it and I was like,
did you lube it up?
Yeah, and I went, this is for losers. Not to sound like crazy or disrespectful, but like
That's how I feel about fleshlights. I'm like,
Yeah.
like you have to use 2 hands. It's like a giant thing. Loser.
No, but here's the thing.
No, I
do
knew
love
that you
watching
had.
No,
videos.
I don't have a-
assumed that you.
I don't
had
have a fleshlight, but I wouldn't probably buy one, but I think it's even worse when have you seen just like the asses? At least with a
No, he
fleshlight,
likes
you can
that.
like hide
I
it.
don't like
When
that.
it's
I
just
watch
the
videos of
severed
straight guys
ass,
fucking them.
No, that's too much, man. Where are
No,
you putting
remember when
it? You have to display it in your
that
bedroom.
straight guy asked him to come over here and pick it up. And do it.
Oh yeah, I did do that.
Wait, what?
that
You
was
made a
so
straight guy fuck a.
No. Sometimes I hang out with straight guys who just want to jerk off. Clearly they're not straight.
Mhm.
But yeah, there was one guy that wanted me to fuck a toy in front of him.
The giant ass one.
Oh, that's quite a bit more gay.
While he
than
was
just
sitting
jerking off
down.
in front of you.
You
While I
think
was
so?
sitting down.
Yeah.
You think so?
Two guys jerking off together. There's a defense for that.
You think so?
Oh man, I thought it was like boys being boys. I go, this is what the guys do. This is what you and your friends do.
Yeah.
My-
you go to practice later.
My friend in college caught his roommate jerking off to a video of a guy fucking a fleshlight, and he was like, "No, but it's a fleshlight."
That's so gay. That's so gay.
Well, that guy got a little bit too stayed a little too long to pick up
Even
some
see what was
clues,
happening?
right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. What are you watching?
Yeah. Oh wait, whoa, Jesus
Whoa.
Christ! Stop
Flashlight.
walking.
That is suspicious now that I'm thinking about it. It's like, how did you even see the video? Be like, oh, that's a flashlight.
Sounds like everyone's guilty here.
Well, that's like when I was
okay.
in high school that we found out one of my high school buddies did gay porn, and we were like, wait a minute, who found the video?
Yeah.
Oh.
He wasn't sending the video to us.
Yeah.
Mutually
But
assured
also-
destruction.
Yeah.
Sorry, high school. What?
No, he was an
Later on.
upperclassman. We were still in high school, and he had already graduated.
Okay.
But he
Oh.
was still, he's on our football team.
Although I feel like if you're in high school and then someone who is a little bit older than you was in gay porn, somebody's gonna tell somebody that's like, look it up, and then it's very easy to find.
Yeah, but who's telling who?
Oh, that's true.
That's what I mean. The guy that did the gay porn, who's not gay, he was.
Yeah, my dad found my OnlyFans. I was like, how the fuck did you find that?
Well, you link it to your
It's on
Instagram.
You
my
have
app. Yeah.
Good for you. How
Thank
much-
you.
Is
Thank
there?
you.
Yeah. Are you get good money there?
Yeah.
My thought with the gay community, would there be so many gay guys willing to make OnlyFans that it would be a more competitive space? And because sex is so readily available for gay men, they don't need as much porn.
Yeah, but they don't all look like.
Yeah, but we
Colton.
don't have kids, so we can afford more porn.
Whereas the women's community, it's if a woman is outed as having an OnlyFans, they can kind of like really do some havoc to her.
Well, there's a supply issue when it comes to pussy.
Mm-hmm.
You
Always.
know?
Yeah.
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 So it's not the same with gay.
And that's why I love that everyone's struggling so much economically that more women have to create OnlyFans.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have disposable
You're
income,
like
so it's
my
great.
tariff
Yeah.
system.
Are you someone who will buy an OnlyFans?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I've
just-
talked about this in too many podcasts.
That's-
Luckily, my fiance never listens to any podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
That-
can I
that
make
is
an argument
so
about
funny.
that though?
Uh-huh.
So I love watching those like online people give advice, and there's this one dude named Dr. John, and this dude comes on and he's like, my wife found out that I was paying money on OnlyFans, and now she's divorcing me. And in my head, I'm like, paying money on OnlyFans is better than watching the free porn. At least then you're like supporting the women doing the porn.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's probably the problem.
Yeah, but the thing about OnlyFans is it's women you know.
Oh.
You're hilarious. That's great. So you'll if you know somebody and you find out they have an OnlyFans, you'll subscribe.
No comment.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if my friends are struggling financially,
Of course. I'm
not going to go
Ka-
fund me. It's like,
and-
for what? No, you got to like
And
give me
Karen
something.
Feehan needs extra money.
Karen Feehan's a professional porn star now. That's not even like that's not a pet. Like, how dare you call that her like
I know.
like moonlighting gig or whatever? she's legit in that
Oh,
world
she
now.
is. She's incredible.
She's become so legit in the porn industry that her rates haven't translated. She's like, yeah, you're gonna fly me here, and they're like, no, it's not porn money.
Yeah.
You're doing stand-up comedy, a very non-lucrative business.
That is, yeah, she is probably, she was like, ooh, I could stay home this weekend and make much more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a tripod, yeah.
Or, go to Key West.
Yeah.
Anyways, our last segment.
It's famous.
But can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
So, like, what does monogamy look like if in long-term gay couples if you can fuck anyone? Does the sex stay strong? Does it maybe fade out, but you're just really good friends and companions?
I've never been in a
Sorry,
relationship.
you're saying a monogamous relationship that is open.
I'm sorry. An open relationship. I said, yeah.
Sorry, are they fucking outside the relationship?
So an open relationship. What does it look like? What does
Sex?
love and what does sex look like between those two people in an open relationship over a long period of time? Does it stay strong, or does the sexual chemistry maybe tend to?
I love it because every time I feel like my husband picks up new moves. So I feel like it keeps it fresh because he's learning different things that he likes about himself, and then he's bringing it into the relationship.
I would
Okay.
love to see the data though on gay couples.
Oh wait,
who've
you
been
read data?
Yeah, the gay couples on who've been together for 20 years, open or monogamous, who's lasted longer.
And who has more sex?
Yeah, and who has more sex? Yeah. Because I know David Sedaris and his husband Hugh or boyfriend Hugh, they've never opened, but it was because they were both scared of getting HIV.
Right.
But they've been together. But also I think they fist fight, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, we're not fist fighting, so I guess we're open.
Yeah.
I do think I want to see the data on domestic violence, open and monogamy.
Yeah, I think there's a much lower domestic violence rate in gay relationships in general.
Yeah, it's higher among lesbians. I've heard.
Is it?
I heard that in a bit one time.
I did.
I've heard that too, but it wasn't a scientist.
Yeah, it was just some incel mouth breather. Lesbians actually. Yeah, it's the hard part to quote these statistics without sounding like Andrew Tate. Women hit each other more.
Yeah.
Women are actually the more violent sex. It's been scientifically proven.
Yeah.
Do you know the Coolidge effect?
Jennifer Coolidge?
Yes.
What?
No. Calvin Coolidge.
Oh no.
Don't clip this, please. God, this is such fun.
hot dog.
Don't.
I hit him in the face.
Yeah. What is it?
Coolidge effect is for male mammals. They did the test with rats. That they left a male rat in a cage with 3 female rats who were in estrus, and the male would fuck the 3 females repeatedly until he was just kerplunk, just out of energy, out of juice, laying on his back. The women were nudging him to keep going. Nothing. They pulled the 3 women out. They throw 3 new female rats in. Up and back to life.
Yeah.
Male mammals tend to respond strongly to new pussy. It's the new pussy joke by Chris Rock, basically.
Men love new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas
Novelty,
women, not as much. Women they don't observe it as strongly in
Men
females.
like new, women like safety
Mm-hmm.
and trust.
Gays like blue, and lesbians like something old and something used.
Is
Love
that the
the wedding?
okay?
The wedding traditions.
Okay. I imagine that would have some. I imagine that's why gay couples are more open. Possibly is that both people kind of need new.
That I have a more desire the more it's closed. So if we're on a monogamous season, then I'll be like, I really want to go fuck whatever. And then as soon as it's on the table, I'm like, yeah, but I'm rewatching Game of Thrones. So I gotta stay home.
Yeah.
But that's more of a Colton thing. You like doing what people say don't do.
Yeah, there's something in my blood that's just if you tell me not to do something, I have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do
Like
think
JJ, I shouldn't fuck him, but he's been sending me dick pics, and it's
Has he?
yeah, and actively I shouldn't do it, but that's why I'm like, but should I?
No, you shouldn't.
Oh my
I
God,
know,
all the people
but
are-
you saying that makes me want to do it more.
all the people are commenting God, it was so fucking horny to watch JJ tell Colton how bad he wanted to fuck him. I was like, you guys are sick. You're gonna get a lot of gay messages offering to suck your dick after this podcast, by the way.
Wait,
They're not
you-
all doctors.
He was one of our first guests.
Yeah, you were one of our first guests back in the day.
It was so
What
fun.
a big change. This room didn't exist. We had you were sitting right here.
Oh yeah. You guys have been killing it. Congratulations.
That's so nice.
I think that's all my questions about gay.
Okay, well we have one.
But you still the sex is still strong, and the sex hasn't faded. How long you been together?
8 years.
Yeah. Still good sex?
Yep.
And when you said monogamous season, is that a thing that's imposed and agreed upon, or you just happen to not be fucking other people?
Whenever we feel distant, we go like, hey, let's take a couple, like, there's no like, in 3 months we can open it up again. It's like, hey, I'm feeling distant. Let's go on dates. Let's reconnect.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's really sweet. And then we butt fuck.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because gay people can be like so horny and aggressive, and they can also be like the most. There's like so many gay guys I know are like, I just want romance. I just want someone to sweep me off my feet. And I'm like, and how's it been? They're like, I just haven't found anyone. I'm like, what about sex? Like, I fucked 5 guys last week, but that's a very different thing.
Yeah.
It
We're getting
is
throat fucked in
compartmentalized.
bathrooms. That's you. Yeah, I've been getting throat fucked. Yeah, but
I love to picture like your autobiography being called Throat
Throat
Fucked
Fucked.
Bathroom, and it's just you in a turtleneck on the cover, just like,
yeah.
like all proper, like an
Yeah.
author.
Yeah,
Throat Fucked is a great name for a book. That is great. Throat Fucked by Dylan Carlino.
Yeah, I think that is why gay people are able to compartmentalize their open relationship. Because like, no, I wasn't lovingly throat fucking him. You know, like I was in a bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's so hard to be like, yeah. Well, it's so hard I think romance is a little bit harder in the gay community because it is sex first.
My dick was in his throat, but my emotional walls were up.
Yeah.
That is actually
Sperm got in, feelings didn't.
That is actually the chapter 1 of his first book.
Yeah. Walls up, throat open.
There was an incredible. I listened to the Intelligence by The Economist is my favorite podcast. Just as like a daily news, 3 stories, and there was a couple years ago when the statistics were new that lesbians had the higher divorce rates, gay had the lowest, and straight were in the middle. And it was actually a lesbian woman who introduced the data, and she was like, "Yeah, but this is because of society and that women are taught lies about romance. And you look at like Disney, and women are taught the wrong things about how sex and intimacy are actually different things." It was like a lesbian woman being really defensive about the divorce stats.
Yeah, of course.
But it was good point she was making of how women are kind of like lied to.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that.
Yeah.
I think that's also part of the problem. Sometimes I wonder. I'm like, are women more hard? Because it's like you see it in example to like gay guys can be more open and women want more. Like most lesbian relationships are closed. So you're like, is that natural or is that through society and the culture that we grow up in? I don't know.
I don't know either. I'll ask
It's hard
them.
to know.
Hey, lesbians, leave a comment. Why were you lied to?
I don't even know if we have a single lesbian listener.
Do we have any?
I know we have straight women, gay men, and like 2 straight guys.
I think we have some bi girls.
And some bi girls, but those aren't lesbians. But you're welcome here, chica. And we love you, chica. And
Just
thank
the
you.
one.
Yeah, we love you and your boyfriend. But our final segment is, I would say, the most famous segment that we have.
It's kind of what this whole
podcast is all about,
and what
which
we've
is-
been leading up to.
We did this. It was. We answer this? Who would I fuck?
Yeah, if you were a gay guy,
If you were a gay
I've already answered this. I'm going to change the question. To if I was a Lucky Pierre, which way would we go?
What's a Lucky Pierre?
Is that an Army Hammer reference?
Do we not know Lucky Pierre? Is this just a thing straight people made up about gay people? It's when 3 guys are butt fucking. The guy who's in the middle, who's getting both butt fucked and doing the butt fucking, is the
That's
Lucky Pierre.
pancaking. That's what they call it.
Pancaking.
Yeah,
Sure, I'm
okay.
sure you have terms for it. But you would be the top and you'd be the bottom, and I'd be in between.
Unfortunately, we
don't accept that
do
answer.
that.
We only accept. We're like women. You have to choose.
I'm gonna bottom. Oh no, wait. I'm gonna top.
You little bottom faggot.
I'm gonna top Dylan just to open up his world and show them that you're ready, that you're there. You already have a great body.
Oh,
and you
that's so
should-
nice. Just man, you and Jason Ellis.
To teach you a lesson.
Well, where can people find you? And thank you so much for doing the podcast.
check out my special Hyperbolic on YouTube. That would mean the world to me. And I'm at Monday Punday on all platforms.
He's very funny, so go check him out, guys. Great.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you so much. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
So, this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is
Here to drag out horse.
No.